Hello, this is Professor Marhefka, and I welcome you to Medical Laboratory. This is a brief course introduction. I'm hoping that you're listening to this before our first lab class, and of course we will continue the introduction also in lab class. The course design. This is different from the courses that you had before. 2 of the credits of this 3-credit course are regular college course, and then the 3rd credit is a lab, and of course 1 credit of lab is 4 hours in the lab. So you will have 3 hours of presentation and interaction. Those will be online. There are narrated PowerPoints and discussion boards for each week. And then we will meet each week on Wednesdays in ATEC 211 from 5 to 9 to take our exams, to work on our competencies, and do the evaluations. Of course, with every college course, there's out-of-class work. Generally 1 to 3 hours for every credit that the course is assigned. So there are readings from the textbook. These certainly will round out your information that I make in the presentations. There are assignments. These back up the concepts of the major topics that we're studying. There are 5. They're very short. And then studying is important. This is a hard course. These are high-level concepts. You will need to understand them, be able to reiterate them, and be able to apply them. And then there is a short research paper as the project. As with all core courses in medical assisting, you need a C or higher to progress, meaning for the course to count as successfully completed to move on to internship. So your overall course grade will need to be a 73% or higher. And of course, you need an 80% on all competencies. You have 3 opportunities to do them, but let's pre-prepare the first time. You've got plenty of class time to practice this, to be prepared and ready. Certainly you can work with your classmates. You can ask me questions. You must have found some of these things because you were listening to the course introduction. Hopefully you have already found course syllabus on the left of the Blackboard menu, and you have read that and completed the acknowledgement. If you haven't, please be sure that you do it this first week of the term. I will look on Friday, and I hope to find that all are completed by then. Like I said, I hope you found the course introduction folder, because that's where this was. And I asked you to listen to this and complete the pretest before the first Wednesday lab. There's also a project folder. There's a rubric there that will discuss what you need to do to earn all the points of the project. It will be a short research paper. It will be an APA format. We will discuss this in a little more detail on the first Wednesday in lab, and we will determine a due date at that time. As I said, the theory part, the 2 credits of these are all online. So each week, you'll see there is a checklist. So there will be presentations and discussion boards. And they're arranged in such a fashion that when you open the folder, the checklist is first, then there'll be presentations, discussion board, presentations, discussion board, on and on. Obviously, you must listen to the presentations and do that reading for that topic before you do the discussion board. Most of the discussion boards are based on case studies from the textbook. There is also a general discussion board if you'd like to post something that you would like to share with everybody, or a question that you feel that everyone should see the answer. If you really want something from me as the professor, I would suggest emailing me. I try to look at this once a day, but usually that's all I do. Where emails, I usually look at from about 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. almost every hour. Of course, I said the out-of-class work, because this is college. Your time here is, spent in your learning community, but you need to realm this out and prepare in order to interact there. So there are required readings. They are listed on the syllabus under the course schedule, and of course on the weekly checklist. As I mentioned, there are 5 assignments. Here again, they are on the course schedule of the syllabus and the weekly folder. There are 4 from F.A. Davis's Davis Plus. There are directions because there is actually an assignment folder that talks about those. And then the final assignment actually is listed in 3 parts because it includes information from chapters 1 through 6. It's some questions at the end of each of these chapters. you can upload them as you go, which I suggest as you do your reading, you listen to the presentations, you do the discussion board, you do the part of the assignment. But it will all be due by the last day. So, as long as it's there at the last time, you will receive full credit for it. And we talked about the course project. It is a research paper. It will be an APA format. I will expect you to be able to handle that competently, as you'll soon to be a college graduate. We will discuss this in a little more detail, and the decision of a due date will be made in lab on Wednesday. And as we said, the Wednesday labs, it lists here at the bottom case studies and activities. Often I have a little activity to kind of review the information as the course starts. And then there will be competency demonstrations. So in that week's folder, the competency folder within it, or competency item, those will be the ones that we will do, or I will demonstrate at that day. You will practice, and then they will be evaluated. Here again, I believe in time management, so we don't have like competency day. It's your job to be prepared, whatever you've studied the week before. If it's something that's a little more involved, you might do it 2 weeks later. Otherwise, plan to be prepared for it for the next week. All exams are also from the theory and the lab, but they are given in the lab. They will be the first thing each of the 4 days that they are assigned. So if you have any questions about the course, the competencies, assignments, please contact me. Obviously, we'll discuss all this a little bit more detail on Wednesday when we meet, but here's my email. Anytime. As I said, I try to monitor it from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. And you can either do it directly through this link, or you can go to email on the Blackboard menu and find me there. You can post on the general discussion board. There is definitely something that you want to have everybody involved in, although, like I said, I do generally only monitor that once a day. And certainly you can call the office. The office phone bumps to my cell phone. My cell phone mostly is on silent, but here again, since I look at it about once an hour, if I've seen that I missed a call, I will get back to you. You're certainly welcome to leave a message there. So good luck. I'm excited. This is, MedLab is one of my very favorite things. So see you in class, and don't forget to ask any questions if you need to.